No, I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Boy, I brought you into my home. You wouldn't leave my wife alone. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be tickled to death when you leave this earth, you dog. Now I took you for my friend. The way you bit me in the back was a sin. You ain't no good, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. When you lay in 6 feet deep, no more fried chicken will you eat. Oh, you dog, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be standing on the corner high when they bring your body by. Oh, you dog, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Boy, what does it make you got that makes my wife think you hot? Oh, you dog, you rascal you. All right, a little hint of hostility in that song, huh? That song is called You Rascal You. And this song goes way back to 1929. Louis Armstrong, the giant of jazz, was the first one. He had a hit with this in 1929, and then all different kinds of other artists covered it. The Mills Brothers back in the 30s, Calloway. John Fogerty, from after he left Creedence Clearwater Revival, did a version of this in the mid-70s. So it's just dozens of versions of this song that dates back to the late 20s. And I did that song straight from the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So check out that video link. Download the free ukulele chord sheet, and you can play You Rascal You. And if you're going to be in Morristown, New Jersey, on the first Wednesday of every month, come on out to the Morristown Uke Jam. Bring your ukulele. You'll have a great time. All right. So again, this was a song. Again, it goes way back, and all different kinds of people have covered it over the decades. And each version's a little different. I listened to a couple of different versions that are on YouTube, and each one has its own arrangement. The words change a little bit. They all do it in different keys, but obviously a well-known song from that era. Now that I've gone through it, I'll take you through the chords that are in the song. There aren't many. I think I counted 5 chords here. And then I'll just talk a little bit about a couple little moves I made to sort of enhance the feel of the song. Won't take long to just talk about a couple optional things to do on your uke to give it a little flair. Okay, let's start with the chords. First chord is G. 0, 2, 3, 2. The next chord is a D seventh. You're all familiar with D, right? 2, 2, 2, 0. Well, this one is a 2, 2, 2, 3, and I find the best way to do it is to just use my index finger across all 4 strings, and then add my ring finger here. Now, you can play a regular D chord and then add your pinky here. That's another way to get the same result. It all depends on whether you feel comfortable barring that. So I use this. You can certainly use that as well. A G seventh is in this song. We already talked about G, 0, 2, 3, 2. Well, G seventh is 0, 2, 1, 2. The next chord that appears is a C. We all know that one. 0, 0, 0, 3. And the last chord, another one finger chord, A seventh. 0, 1, 0, 0. So those are the 5 chords that are in You Rascal You. And the only other thing I want to talk to you about is a couple little moves I made. They're quite simple. They're obviously optional. But let me play the first verse and just show you a couple things I did. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Here it comes. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. So all I was doing here, you hear that little, and all I did there was playing a G chord, right? Be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Very simple move. All it is taking that whole G chord shape, sliding it down a fret. So now you're at, and again, at this point, you don't even want to bother hitting this 4th string. So so when you make that move, glad when you're dead, you rascal you. So you strum the strings with the fingers back down a fret, and then just slide it up. You don't hit the strings twice. You just go 1 strum and slide it back up to the G position. Glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Here it comes. And then I did the same thing when we get to the D seventh. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. Same thing, you strum it you slide everything down 1 fret. So now you're down here and you just strum it and slide it up. So it's not difficult. But I did that throughout the song. It just gives it that little jazzy feel. And again, you don't need to go. No, you want that little slide. It just helps give that song just a little jazzy feel to it. And again, If you're not comfortable with it, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. So it's okay without those songs, but I just think you ought to at least give it a try, because those kind of little slides like that come in handy in a lot of songs, just to give it a little feel to it. So that's it for the big song from almost 100 years ago now, my God. You Rascal You. So I hope you have a great time playing it.